Right, so very warm welcome back. We're kind of in the last 20 minutes of our conversation, and we're getting through as many questions as we have here, as well as on Twitter. But also importantly, we want to go again to the streets just to get a sense of what you, the public, have been saying as well. Let's take a look at some of your thoughts.
Because I had an incident, like a robbery, just here in town. Called the police and they were like, no, where are you? Told them this is where I'm situated at. My phone has just been stolen, blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, we're on our way. 4 hours down the line, nothing.
Differs from case to case. But basically, I believe when police are under siege, maybe let's say they're facing a criminal that is armed, they have to protect themselves. But at the same time, they also have to be careful that they do it the right way. That's my personal feeling.
Thank you.
Naki feel right to bani bari tshireletsa. Muntu ntse ngata bari tshireletsa la maphelo a bona ali in danger. But bona bari tshireletsa gore rona community ke rona ba re tshwantse re ba rapelle hore ba thole protection modimo ba tshireletsa.
The public wants a police service that they can look up to, and I think these days we can't. So that's why I indicated the leadership needs to be improved, and we need a police service that our children can really look up to and that our children can be proud of, where I do think that is lacking these days.
I will say that they must take all these cops away and bring somebody else in here that can do the job better than these people. Because you know what? These cops that are here are too friendly with everybody here. So they know them. They know who's the drug lords here. They know who's the one that's selling here. They know everything here. Because if they know them, when the Hawks comes here and they want to search, they are phoning their friends to say, what's up? The guys are coming. So then those people that are smugglers and everything, they go and hide the stuff. When the people come to the house, there's nothing to be found, because their friends are here in this area that phone them. So that is what they must do. Take everybody away and do not get too friendly with these people. That is what they must do. All these police that are here are too friendly with the people. They can talk with the people, they can smile with them, and that's how they get too friendly with them. Take them away and bring somebody else. That's what they have to do.
Actually, if you can see, when they join police service, they are still in level 5. I think it is important they must just adjust their salary to level 7, so that they must be motivated on their job. Because if you can see some of the police who are committing crime and so on, you will find that this issue of what you call bribery and all of that. So I think that the minister of police should take into consideration the issue of their salaries.
All right, so we're running out of time, so I'm going to shelve what we were talking about just before the break. If you could just respond to what you've heard from our viewers. Minister?
No, I'm very tempted to briefly just talk about the issue of the student protest. I'm sorry. Yeah. Excuse me for that. Now, and these are the things that are very, because I've had people talk about this thing, and I think the point is being lost somewhere. The divide between order and chaos is enforcement. And the police service has a duty to enforce the law, to bring about order. Okay? Now, so the concern has been about the method. Now, the method that has been applied in recent times is non-lethal method. Now, enforcement necessarily does not have to be nice. I mean, if you have a law that says when you talk to me, you shouldn't look at me this way, okay? You must face the other direction. Now, if you don't want to do that, I've got to enforce that law, and I'm going to grab you by your shoulders and turn you the other way around, and that's not comfortable. Nee? But it does not mean that is a violation of your right. It says I'm enforcing the law because you shouldn't be talking to me, facing this direction. You should be facing that direction. So I'm trying to simplify it. So under the circumstances, members of the police service, in all the national actions that took place around the student protests, behaved with ultimate level of restraint, really. In the face of, by the way, there was also a violent sort of approach against the police and so on from time to time, but the police never really.
All right. So your view is that it wasn't excessive.
The what?
Your view, it wasn't excessive.
No, it wasn't. It was a major
All right.
sort of response.
I'm going to move
the
us along
situation.
quite a bit because we're running out of time. But Commissioner, are you certain that you've got a handle on terms of corrupt police officers? Because we're getting a sense from Westbury in particular, they said they must all go and we start again with someone else because they are friends with the criminals in the community. So I'm going to extrapolate this to the rest of the country. Are you sure that you've got a handle on in terms of police officers that are corrupt and that you're dealing with them?
But Peter, while I want to respond to that, I can't leave the issue of brutality out. It's a theoretical argument when you start talking about police brutality. We had a month of these students protesting. Fees must fall. In that month, how many buildings have been burned? How many vehicles have been burned? It even got worse, that in the process people get raped. Must the police fold their arms? At this point, you don't have a single casualty. No one died out of this process. So what is the relationship between brutality and the restraint that we have exercised? And I think we take pride, we must credit our members, we must encourage them to do what the law demands from them and apply the laws accordingly. Now, on corruption, just yesterday, 17, 18 people were arrested in the Northwest for corruption. 18 plus officials from the Department of Home Affairs. Is it not an indication that where it is manifesting itself, we are dealing with it? Earlier you referred to people being in courts. There is nothing wrong for people to be in courts, because if the conduct or behavior goes against the code and it has escalated to that level where we say here is criminality, due processes will follow, investigate. If the truth is found that there is an indication of corruption, the person will be arrested and taken through the process, irrespective of who he or she is.
My question really is, are you certain that you're managing the extent? Because we don't know.
But what is the extent?
That's the question.
Yeah, no, you can't ask me that question.
No, but
what
we
is the
must.
extent? I'm saying where it is found to have happened, we are dealing with it.
Okay, all right.
So I'm not a Sangoma. That's one thing for sure. I can only tell you about what has been reported and what is it that we have done with what was reported.
So there could be a universe of things that are not reported.
Peter, just like someone's car has been stolen somewhere, it was never reported, we will not know.
Okay.
But when it gets reported, we will then initiate the processes.
All right, so we're going to have to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll start racing through some more of your questions.